Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome back to Armored Warfare, where today, finally, I'm able to showcase Tier 9 vehicles. Yes guys, finally I'm able to do that. You have no idea how many comments, messages or emails I have received with questions like these games. When are you going to be able to showcase Tier 9 vehicles? Do you even know that Tier 9 vehicles are in the game? Yeah, I do know that they are in the game, and finally I'm able to showcase some of those vehicles to you. And in today's episode, as you already saw from the title, I'm going to take my first look at new Tier 9 Russian main battle tank T-90MS. So in this episode, as always, at first going to take a look at specs while you enjoy PvE, pretty epic PvE action on the background, and after that I'm going to show you some PvP action as well. So let's get going. Now, I have a few episodes about T-90 on my channel, which is Tier 8 Russian main battle tank, one tank before T-90MS. And we know that T-90 was the beast. It really was the gunship on tracks, and T-90MS is, I can say, even better. Simply the firepower is epic. Just look at the ammunition loadout. You're able to carry AP rounds, heat rounds, 80 rounds, 80 gems with penetration like standard, AP 80 gems and HE 80 gems as well. So firepower is simply amazing. Let's talk about numbers. Fully upgraded T-90MS with top-notch ammunition. Standard AP round penetration 657, average damage 723. Damage per minute 6153. Now try to tell me that this DPM is not epic, amazing. And if you're going to use heat ammunition, your DPM is going through the roof pretty much, because your heat ammunition gets 550 penetration with 904 average damage. So yes, you're able to get over 1000 damage with one shot using heat ammunition. You simply can't say no to that, now can you? HE round, penetration 47, damage 530. I'm just carrying 2 HE shells just to finish off low HP targets or just to stop the gap. 80 gems, talking about missiles, AP 80 gems, penetration 1310, damage 972. Now the only downside using 80 gems is the reloading time. If I remember correctly, it was around 18 seconds, and actually I'm going to change my 80 gems loadout a little bit. I'm going to carry only 1 or 2 HE 80 gems, just because I do not see much use for HE 80 gems. But I have to carry at least 1 because it looks way cooler that way. Yeah. All in all, I believe you are going to agree with me that firepower on T-90MS is simply amazing. Yes, it is. But now let's move on to the armor and let's talk about defense. You're able to get 2547 hit points if you're going to use internal hull reinforcement Mark III. That is going to give you extra 11.25% hit points, which is crucial for T-90. Even with that, you're actually getting less hit points than some Tier 7 main battle tanks are going to get. Let's take Challenger 1 for example, that gets more hit points than 2547. Hull, frontal armor 380, side armor 226 and rear armor 120. Now you can see that T-90MS is super low profile tank, especially that turret. The turret is amazing. You're not going to be able to penetrate this turret, like do not even try to penetrate this turret, guys, do not even try. What you can do frontally, as always, lower plate is going to be the weakest part of the tank. But frontally, those tanks have to be good, and yes, they are good. Tier 9 main battle tanks, frontally they are super good. M1A2, like, amazing, and Leo 2A6 as well. So frontally they have to be good, you have to flank them or you have to shoot lower plate and hope that you have enough penetration to be able to penetrate it. 380 frontal armor with that kind of slope, yeah, you're going to bounce a lot of shots over here. Turret armor 480, 320 and 150. So actually you're going to be able to penetrate turret, but from the behind. Moving on to the mobility, once again I can only say good things about that. Maximum speed 72 km per hour, which for main battle tank is very good. Acceleration from 0 to 32 km per hour is 6.40 seconds. Camo factor 0.17, well, it doesn't matter anyways because we are playing with main battle tank, but vision 385 meters, which is actually pretty bad compared to the M1A2 Abrams that gets 452 meters and Leo 2 A6 that gets 436 meters. So vision range, thanks to the low profile tank, I believe, is only 385 meters. Now targeting stats, gun depression -6 degrees, which is actually not too bad, better than on a M1A2 that gets -5 degrees, and not as good as on Leo 2 A6 that gets -9 degrees gun depression. -9 degrees is pretty amazing, I would say. Turret traverse fast, 36.63 degrees per second, reload time 7.05 seconds. And the only way to boost your reload time on T-90MS is with retrofit, because T-90MS does not have loader, because it has auto-loading system already installed. And to get better reload time you have to use advanced thermal sleeve retrofit that I'm using right now as well. I'm getting 6% faster reload time. To get 7.5% faster reload time I have to get my B1 Centauro into proven stages, but I do not even have a B1 Centauro at the moment, so it is going to take some time. So that much about reload time. Accuracy 0.09, which is actually really good because only Challenger 2 gets better accuracy, 0.08. And targeting time or aiming time, 2.9 seconds, is the best out of all tier 9 main battle tanks. And I believe this is it, guys. This is T-90MS on paper. DPM factory. This 125mm gun, this is pretty devastating. But now I believe you would like to see some PvP action, don't you? And pretty nice PvE action on the background. A lot of damage done, a lot of damage spotted, and a lot of medals. Yeah, but now let's jump into action. And welcome to the good old Coast Fields map. Now for the start I have to say sorry for this poor quality, because I had to use backup recording. Backup recording that Shadowplay is offering me. I'm able to roll back 20 minutes when something happens. Originally I'm using DX Story and my game decided to minimize 3 times during this battle. Every time my game minimized, DX Story stopped recording, so I lost my live recording. First magic going to happen now. Boom! As soon as I pulled the trigger, boom! My game minimized and I lost my live recording. Thanks to that, but still I was trying to do live recording, I didn't know that I lost it. But Shadowplay, luckily, is offering me that I can roll back 20 minutes if needed, but it is going to skip out the minimized parts. Now, anyways, matchmaking, only one tier 9 tank on the enemy side, Leo 2 A6, because at the moment it is quite early in the morning, so not a lot of tier 9s playing. 777 into that C1 Ariete, and I decided to leave because I hoped my team is going to be able to deal with this C1 Ariete, but I didn't see that all my guys died over here, so I have to kill this guy myself, or Stingray 2 actually was able to help me out over here, because I was out in the open. I said fuck it, I'm going to leave this guy to my teammates, but you have to do everything on your own, don't you? Now pushing forward, because in this kind of matchup this is what you should do. Do not expect anything less than that. You have to be aggressive with T-90MS in this kind of matchup. But guys, let's talk more about T-90MS, because on paper this tank is completely different animal as in actual battle, like armor for example. On paper it is sloped, it is beautiful and all that, but in actual battle your lower plate especially is going to be penetrated fairly easily. Yes, I know this sucks, but what can you do? And obviously standard weak spots like commander hatch and so on, they are fairly easily penetratable, but are not going to deal full damage, which is awesome. And some guys even are shooting under my gun somewhere, and they are penetrating. Not with every single shot, but sometimes under the gun you are able to penetrate T-90MS. So yes, it has quite a few weak spots, but eventually you're going to be able to learn all of them, and you are going to be able to penetrate T-90 fairly easily. And now, one of the biggest problems with T-90 is artillery actually, guys. Oh boy, T-90 does not like to get hit by artillery. My record so far is when I received one shot from Tier 8 USA Artillery Paladin. He was able to completely destroy 5 of my modules and he was able to damage 2 of them. So one shot, 7 modules damaged and 5 of them destroyed. And yes, this is pretty damn annoying if you're going to be shot by artillery. Well, as with every single tank pretty much, but T-90MS is especially weak versus artillery. And the gun. The gun is the best thing about this tank, and at the same time it is the weakest thing about this tank, because I really do not remember any games where my gun wasn't damaged. Either knocked out or just damaged. Pretty much every single shot from artillery is going to at least damage your gun, which is, once again, pretty annoying. And a lot of people are shooting you into the gun as well, which is going to knock it out or just damage. So your aiming time is bad, your accuracy is bad, everything is bad, because gun is what this tank is made of. This is Gunship on wheels. And goodbye G90. So awesome. One of the most dangerous targets on the enemy side has been taken down. With style. You can see no turret on the tank anymore. So it is time to move on. My game is going to be minimized soon once again. I don't know why it is doing that. Maybe I clicked my mouse on my other screen for some reason. I don't know. This could be one option. Challenger 1, and as soon as I'm going to pull the trigger, once again, magic. I don't even know how I started moving. What is going on, guys? Who is playing with my account? While I'm pulling the trigger. Anyways, we can see that Leopard 2 is doing a really good job on the right side of the map, destroying T-72, hopefully. One more shot needed, and after that, when T-72 is dead, and he is dead now, hopefully Paladin is going to be next victim. But no. Paladin was able to destroy our Leopard 2. So sadly, we still have that artillery problem. But Challenger 1 shouldn't be a problem, and T-80 as well. So maybe we are going to be able to do that. Challenger 1, and actually over here I'm going to shoot through ERA armor. Fairly easy penetration, you can see, not too bad. And now, if I remember correctly, another magic is going to happen. I decided to shoot his gun just to knock him down, maybe penetration, I don't know, and boom, magic. And guys, look at the modules. This is what I was talking about. I was put on fire, my APS was completely knocked down, my gun is damaged, and a lot of other modules are damaged. Pretty nasty. Let's take another look. So, aiming at the gun, magic happens, shot from artillery, and yes, all this happened with one shot. So artillery is pretty devastating to your modules. Challenger 1 this time going as well for the ERA armor, because my first shot was a penetration. I thought, let's try it again. Sadly this time it didn't work out, and I didn't get that last kill and penetration actually. But not a bad game. Gold medal, 6,700 damage done. If you are in a game like this, you shouldn't expect anything less than that. 3,500 spotting damage, so I tried to be aggressive, I tried to spot for my team. So 7 tanks spotted, pretty nice amount of experience as well. And overall I would say pretty decent battle and pretty decent carry. As I mentioned, at the moment it is quite early in the morning, so not a lot of tier 9s in action, not a lot of HP on the battlefield. But you can be sure that you're going to see more T-90MS gameplays on my channel. So 10,000 damage game hype is real, guys. I'm going to be able to do that. I believe I'm going to be able to do that with T-90MS. But guys, this was today's episode about T-90MS. Some final words. In nowadays meta, if I can say so, this tank is going to be complete glass cannon tank. It is all about that gun. And if it is going to be destroyed, then it is all about spotting. Yes. What do you think about T-90MS? Leave a comment under this video. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like. Why the hell not? I hope I'm going to see you in here next time as well. Take care and bye.